You know, there are some places where nature and ancient beliefs really seem intertwined.
Definitely.
Like Tirukalukundram, right? Home to the Vedagireswarar Temple complex. It's known as the Eagle Temple, kazhugu koil.
That's right. And it's not just one single structure, is it? You got a shrine down at the foot of the hill,
Mm-hmm.
and then the main event, the Vedagireswarar Temple, right up on the crest. It's quite a setup.
It really is. And that name, Paaskhi Teeratham, Bird Holy Lake, that points to something really fascinating, doesn't it?
It does. This centuries-old tradition involving, well, what they believed were Egyptian vultures.
Right. The priests actually feeding them with a specific myth.
Exactly. Rice, wheat, ghee, sugar. But the really interesting part was the belief tied to it.
What was that?
Well, the idea was if the birds didn't show up, it meant something was wrong. Disharmony, or even, as some say, the presence of sinners nearby.
Wow. So like a direct link between the community's spiritual health and the birds' behavior?
Sort of, yeah. It really shows how they perceived their connection to the natural world back then. Makes you think.
It definitely does. And speaking of ancient beliefs, there's that story about the sage Bharadwaja wanting to learn all the Vedas. Shiva's response is memorable.
Oh, yes. Creating those 3 mountains, each one a Veda, and then comparing it all to just a handful of mud.
Such a powerful image.
It's a profound metaphor, really.
Yeah.
About the sheer vastness of knowledge and, well, human limits. Shiva basically says, look, you can't learn it all.
Right.
And his teaching for this era, the Kali Yuga, is that bhakti, devotion, service, love, that's the simpler, more direct path to salvation, not just endless study.
And the landscape itself, the hill the temple sits on, that is the Vedic mountains Shiva created, according to the belief.
That's the connection, yes.
Yeah.
Which explains the name Vedagireswarar, the Lord of the Vedic Mountains. Mythology literally shaping the land.
Amazing.
And if you think about the hill being Shiva.
Then the missing Nandi makes sense.
Exactly. Shiva's bull isn't at the main hilltop temple. He stays down at the foothills out of reverence, because the whole hill is considered sacred, a manifestation of Shiva.
That's completely different from what you usually see.
It is pretty unique.
And the uniqueness doesn't stop there. What about this shell, the Shanka, that emerges from the temple pond?
Oh, the Sangu Teertham phenomenon.
Yeah.
Yes, every 12 years, a conch shell apparently surfaces.
And the last one was just this February 2024. They keep them in the temple.
They do. These kinds of cyclical events, tied to specific timings and places, often gain huge significance. They reinforce faith, create wonder, connect people to sort of a cosmic rhythm.
It makes you consider how cultures find meaning in these natural cycles.
Definitely. And then there's the physical temple itself, Pallava era, right? Around the 6th century.
That's right, Dravidian architecture. The sources we looked at really rave about the stonework.
Yeah, they use words like astonishing, unmatchable. The precision of the carving on the pillars especially points to incredible skill back then.
Real artistry. And there's a connection, architecturally, to another famous temple.
The 4 towers, the gopurams. But the foothill temple, they apparently resemble the style of the Annamalaiyar Temple, suggests a shared design tradition in the region.
So putting it all together, you've got this incredible convergence. Nature with the birds, ancient Vedic stories made real in the hills, these unique traditions like the missing Nandi and the cyclical shell, plus this amazing ancient architecture.
It's quite a mix, isn't it? A real layering of history, belief, and the natural world.
It really makes you think, you know, how these places carry so many echoes of the past. It leaves you wondering, what other connections, what other stories might be embedded in ancient sites like this, just waiting for us to notice.